Hi everybody and welcome to TOOP TV. Today we're going to look at the state budget and the impact on you as a homeowner. We also look at pool fencing and the implications of the new legislation and how you can comply, and that's a very important segment if you have a spa or a pool. And in SA's finest we go to Unley Park for a mansion of a property, and you'll enjoy the look at that, and then off to Waterfall Gully and have a look at another one of SA's finest properties. And remember, we're live and interactive, so get the questions going or call in and we'll answer your questions at the end of the show. So yet again another really full show today, so stay tuned because it is action-packed. In fact, Craig James, the Chief Economist for CommSec, is in town right at the moment, and we spoke with Craig last night. So we're having a segment of that in the show today, and then the full segment on Friday starting at 12, but very, very interesting comments and some looking into the future and what's happening with the market. Really good session. Also executive rentals coming on the market soon. We look at that, and we also right now go to the inside story on the state in regard to the state budget.
In June this year, it was hoped stamp duty relief would be a part of the state budget, after the number of South Australian first home buyers plummeted to its lowest level in 5 years. But disappointingly for real estate agents and the public alike, this was not the case.
I think everyone feels the same way, that years ago it was the Australian dream to be able to buy a home, and now it's something that people really have to struggle with. But I think a lot of that has got to do with the state government's or the Australian government stamp duty.
I don't think that they should decrease the amount that's given to first home buyers. I think they need to maintain healthy levels of subsidy so that it keeps the economy stimulated, because these first home buyers, when they go into properties, they renovate, which means that those allied industries are going to benefit and keep on stimulating.
One of the two state budget announcements affecting first home buyers was the decision for the $7,000 first homeowners grant to be capped for homes valued at $575,000. The other will assist young people looking to buy new housing developments. An $8,000 bonus grant will be awarded to first home buyers if they build a home which is less than $450,000. The government hopes this will boost the population in new developments in the north and south, including Buckland Park, Blake's Crossing and Seaford Meadows. This incentive will save $76.9 million over the next 4 years and is designed to support first homeowners most in need and the construction industry.
Now, for those that are interested, with regard to the state budget, we've got a really in-depth couple of sessions, probably in next week's show and the week after, with regard to what the state budget has done to the property market, and we'll be drilling into that. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, we're here with Business and Economic Development Manager for the City of Unley, Matt Grant. Hello, Matt. How are you?
Oh, well, thanks, Anthony. Thanks for inviting me in today.
Matt, one of the things I really wanted to talk to you about, you know that we're moving into the Abbey. That's happening next Thursday.
Really exciting.
And for that reason, we're really interested in what's happening, in particular through that whole Unley Council area. I know there's a couple of big initiatives, but before we get into that, what are your thoughts on the Abbey? Good spot?
Oh, fantastic. It's a beautiful building on a prestigious high street of Unley, being King William Road, and we're really excited to see it tenanted, and not only tenanted, with an iconic South Australian business, so it's great news for us.
Matt, I think you're probably going to miss, though, not having all of that vegetation and those plants up in the lofty areas of the gutters.
Yeah, the weeds in the gutters. That was a good part of a greening program, but good to see it cleared out.
Anyway, it's been a lot of work, but we are actually opening that, as I mentioned to you before the show, this next Thursday, the 30th, and we're inviting all of the community, anyone who'd like to come through from about 4 o'clock onwards. So I'm hoping some of the council guys and yourself might come down for a drink of bubbles with us.
Oh, I would love to come down and welcome you into the area.
Yeah, no, we're really pumped and looking forward to it. So our guys moved in only last week, and as I say, we're really functioning there now, so it'll be great. Now, I'm really interested in what is happening. There seems to be a real buzz about Unley. Tell me about some of the events and some of the things you've got planned from the council's point of view.
Sure, we have Unley takes a lot of pride, not only in its residential areas, also in its commercial corridors as well. We have 5 main precincts in Unley. We have a Main Street improvement program going on at the moment, which is delivering, on King William Road, for example, it's delivering new street furniture and various promotional activities, collectively promoting the precinct as a whole. It has a strong King William Road, has a strong trader association known as the King William Road Traders Association. I know they're very excited about TOOP moving onto the road as well. So that's a bit of background about some of the Main Street stuff. We've got a couple of big events coming up. The biggest event on the Unley calendar is the Tour Down Under. We have a stage start.
Apparently
Tour
that's
Down
huge,
Under. Yeah,
isn't
it's a big, really big event. We close the street the night before we have the race start, which is on the street party is going to be on the Wednesday, the 19th of January, and we get about 30,000 people on the street, and it's right at the front door of the Abbey as well.
It's in the car park, isn't it?
We have the fashion event in the car park. We did last year.
We're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, it's good.
Hey, just on the car park, there seems to be a lot of hoo-ha about parking in Unley. I mean, but that's all over the world, isn't it? In any buzzy environment, no one's got any car parks. Is that a real issue?
It's an issue on all of our roads. The consensus is there's a shortfall in car parking. We're actually on King William Road right at the moment. The council is trying to negotiate and work together with individual landowners to amalgamate car parks behind their buildings and get improved traffic flows.
So
and
open them all up?
That's right. So people, visitors and your customers can come and they know where they can get a car park quite easily. But it's a work in progress, that one.
Now, Matt, would it be helpful? I've got my Harley Davidson, which is my toy. Would it be helpful if I rode that there instead of driving the car and just park it on the footpath or something like they do in Europe? Would that help the council out?
I don't know how they'd view that, but give it a go and see what happens.
But seriously, internationally and particularly in Europe and France and through all of Europe, people just literally park their scooters, they park their bikes, motorbikes, they put their pedal bikes just on the footpath. People walk around. It doesn't seem to be a problem. Is that a real issue, do you think?
I guess I've got my economic development hat on now, and from a placemaking perspective, it's not an issue. It's actually a good thing. That activity and that vibrancy on the street is all part of having a vibrant community and good feeling. It's a bit gritty. And then we have, in other areas of councils, we have certain policies we need to stick to as well for safety reasons and that type of thing. So we don't have motorbikes parking on the footpaths, unfortunately.
But has safety got out of control? Has everyone become absolutely paranoid? Do you think we should be a bit more free flowing? Personally, I'd like to see that, but obviously we've got our own. We have risks to manage as well, being the council. Okay. I won't drill down anymore, I know that's tough. Now there's a few specific things I'd like to hear about. What is happening with the showgrounds?
The showgrounds,
there's the plans for the showgrounds.
Yep, showgrounds is in the council area. There's a development plan amendment's been approved by the Minister for the showgrounds, and that's going to see the showgrounds site reach its full potential. I understand there's residential, there's hotel, and there's also other sporting facilities to go in there in the future.
Big things happening there.
Yeah, it's really exciting for Unley.
Matt, we've got to keep the show going, but I've got several more questions I'll ask you later in the show. But in the meantime, we're going to go and have a look at Behind the Blinds.